Once we started working, I feel like the music we've been given is very worldly. It lends itself to the opportunity for all of us to make the best expression of ourselves we can. I think the challenge within it all is to embrace and uplift the sound of one another throughout each track, because it's easy to go and say, I do a verse, you do a verse, there's a chorus here, there's a bridge here, and everybody pick a part. But what I'm very interested in is how we make bodies of work that sound holistic, as if we were one. I don't want it to sound like, even though it is so many different styles, I want us to unite through the music. And I think with the music we've started thus far, we've been doing a great job of that. I wish I actually had more time in the studio, because it's been a great experience. We spent about probably 4 hours in the studio, and like I said, I didn't want to leave. Like, I know we have to do this to speak to you and to inform you, but the beauty and the most, the part I love the most about the Coke Studio opportunity was to work with artists, unlike myself, artists that, represent where they're from to the fullest, artists that, aspire and inspire to be the best versions of themselves. They could be artists that take themselves very seriously, and artists that love to create. So when we were in there, we just started getting the ball rolling, and to see what we came up with so quickly, it's just an amazing experience to be a part of. And I know a lot of you are happy I'm here, but I feel like the blessing is my own to be here and to be able to learn and embrace the sounds and cultures of you all. We sat down and we ate a whole bunch of different meals earlier. What's that face?
Nigerian jollof.
Yeah, no, I didn't actually. I'm trying to stop making them faces one time. Come here. No, but we've been having fun bonding. Yeah,
Okay, there's beef between Ghanaian and Nigerian jollof.
I don't want no problems. I don't want no jollof problems. It was great. No, but all in all, I'm just having an amazing time. I've been welcomed, like I said, since the time I got off the plane, by nothing but love, and I just want to give that love back. So thank you to you all for the respect you have for me. I share that respect and I reciprocate that, and I hope we just make the best of this opportunity.
Give it up to Trey. No, the artist. Okay, we're gonna take your questions.
My name is Adele Onyango. I am from Radio Africa, but Kiss FM radio station. And I know that the theme for this season of Coke Studio is to discover, right? And I feel like as much as we are Africans and we do understand a lot about our culture, to every one of you, and also to Trey, who has only been here for a few hours, what have you discovered through the Coke Studio journey about Africa, about yourselves, and are we going to see it in your music going forward?
Yeah, it's a question for everybody.
Oh God. Okay, thank you, Adele. Definitely. First of all, I was asked initially if I needed to know an artist very well and share a meal before I get into the studio with them. And I'm like, the crazy part about music is that music has done the work already. We're just vessels with music in us, and all we just have to do is meet, we collide, and our star power creates magic. You see this great alignment of stars. We are a galaxy, and we're ready to shine and share the music via, this opportunity that we've had. Because we don't know when else we're going to be here together like this. It's going to be very difficult, and only Coke Studio can do this. Yeah.
His Buck Wild and Breakfast show, these are relationships that were formed on this very stage. So we have an ongoing working relationship. Me and Pori, as modest as he wants to be, he has had one of the biggest songs in the world this year on stations across the continent and the globe. So for me to get the opportunity to work with him, first of all, I was like, how am I? As Yemi said, the music did the work. I just availed myself as a vessel, and we have already created magic Stoneboy today is here. I never see Stoneboy, you guys. I never. He's an enigma. He's on my Instagram page, but he's here today. And so, you know, these are relationships that have been formed. They're dense in time, and the rest is history. And you guys are here to witness it. And thank you, Aniko, again for that lovely question. And I think I'm going off on a tangent, so I'm going to pass the mic to somebody else.
So I just wanted to ask, did you expect the type of love you received from, especially one of the misconceptions about Africa is that we're really rigid and overly conservative. So did you imagine that people would receive your music as you did, as we have? And Nyashinsky, welcome back, man. We missed you.
To answer your question about misconceptions and how people would perceive me, I actually was speaking earlier about how social networks are amazing because it's kind of made our world so flat. You know, and although this is my first trip here, it's been in discussion for a few years now. And, you know, my fans here are very vocal on my Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, so it was, for me, it was like I couldn't wait to get here, to feel the love, because I knew the love was here. And like being at Coke Studios and being able to create music here, and I didn't get a chance to answer the last question that you had done before, but you know, I feel as musicians and creators, even if it's a subconscious thing, the experiences we live through and the opportunities we're given will always flow through our music. So I think a collaborative effort of this measure is something that you can't avoid as a creative person, like as you go on, like breathing life into the music that you continue to create. So I just want to thank everybody here for inspiring me as well. Just in a short time we spent time together today, I was inspired. You'll hear me singing in Swahili. Who put that together? Yeah, so it's a lot that I'm excited about you hearing, and yeah, this will inspire me forever, musically and as far as life is concerned.
Right, so before we take the next question, I also want to give a special shout
and just have my fans grow with me as I grow on this journey. You know, I want to make music that people can live to, love to, cry to, dance to, make love to. And that's, you know, she got a new baby, you know, so I guess I've been doing good at that. But I just want to continue to keep evolving and growing as a man within my music and just trying to be the best version of myself as a person as well as musically. You know, my last album actually came out 2 years ago, and that's been because I haven't wanted to rush and make a product just because, you know, people want me to make music or come out with an album. An album to me is still as important as it was for my first album. You know, in a world where singles have become, you know, the focus of what an artist, a label, you know, even the people who consume music have been very much obsessed with single, that not having, and with music being so accessible, it's very easy for people to do other things while they listen to music and tune it out. So what I want to do when I create music, I want to give you a full meal. I don't want you to stop by the window and get your food and then you check it and something's missing when you go up the street. I want you to have your full meal. I want you to feel it in your heart.